Putting this offense back inside the 10. Now how can the defense try to shake off the interception from the last drive? He'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now,
throwing after the interception. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 11 carries, 64 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end. So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hayden Hurst. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we come upon half, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville. And Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to... They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. In trouble, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Draymond Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 51 yards on the punt there. And this offense takes over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. On third down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in. And just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Fourth quarter action, beginning of the drive. Time to see how this defense does here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And a touchdown. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Lawrence's throw complete there to Beckham. And all the way down to the 29. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, Lawrence under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of...